Hello all. Today I am going to present some interesting and a very informative information about the historical perspective of toxicology in India from ancient India. Recently I was looking into some data, some information related to the history of toxicology, and I was intrigued. I was trying to understand, does India have any history of toxicology? And this week I had a chance to attend a seminar, a workshop by Indian Institute of Toxicology Research, a CSIR sponsored initiative, and a great uh, institution in India, which is one of the unique institute in India, which caters about the Indian toxicology research and probably only government initiative wherein they try to do a risk assessment, a research on the toxicology. And I was intrigued when the speaker, the professor who was actually mentioning about the history of India in toxicology ranging back to the history of Vedas, almost 5,000 years back. He mentioned that India has a long history of toxicology being mentioned in the Indian Vedas, Indian Upanishads, and Indian culture, the Sanskrit literature. And that's prompted my interest in terms of what history does India has in terms of the toxicology, how it was practiced. Did India had some researchers, some experts in the field of toxicology? And that led me to start thinking and start researching and finding the literature around it. And I came across some interesting facts and which I'm going to present with courtesy to Dr. Agrawal, who has mentioned about the Indian toxicology history in his book. I'm going to present some facts mentioned by Dr. Agrawal in his book which related to the Indian toxicology history, the ancient Indian history related to the toxicology. It all started with poison because people were intrigued, people were fascinated with the secretive nature the poison had. And humanity has always been fascinated by the secretive nature of the poison. And in the Indian history, poison has been called as the cowardly person's weapon. Since earliest time, the magic, myth, and the legend of poison have been linked to hunting, crime, punishment, politics, romance, and of course medicine and the development of antidote. And that's where toxicology and antidote and history of toxicology started. It's been known from very early times in all the cultures, and as per the Indian tradition and Indian scriptures, it has been known that the origin of poison is attributed to Lord Brahma, who is one of the holy trinity of Indian gods. That is, the Hindu trinity comprises of Lord Brahma, who is creator, Lord Vishnu, who is operator or preserver, and Lord Shiva, who is considered to be the destroyer of the universe. It is said that after the creator of universe, that is Lord Brahma, was offended by a devil, Asura named Kaitava, Lord Brahma created a poison to kill that Asura. There was no doubt he was successful in destroying the demon Kaitaba with his new poisonous weapon. But the evil of the weapon, the poisonous weapon, it is spread all over the world. It was so toxic and so poisonous that to minimize its toxic effects, Brahma had to distribute the poison through vegetable, animal, and mineral kingdom, and also he had to create an antidote so that the animals, the vegetable kingdom can get rid of this toxin. Therefore, Brahma distributed poisons into three categories. and he is often cited as the first person in the history to classify poison in this manner, that is, animal, mineral, and vegetable kingdom. Later, the Greek physician Dioscorides, which was around in the ADs 40 to 80, developed this classification independently. One of the foremost experts in the science of Indian toxicology was Kashyapa, who was actually a physician who was who lived at the times of Buddha, that is 6th century BC. Kashyapa was follower of Brahmanic religion, and later on it was considered that he converted to Buddhism. He was successful curer of snake bite. There is a famous tale which is relating to his curative powers, which is frequently narrated. King Parishit, he was being cursed that he would die of a snake bite. But Kashyap had taken it on himself to cure the king when the curse befell him. On the destined day when Takshak, the king of serpents, that is snakes, was going to bite Parikshita, he met Kashyapa on his way and challenged him by showing his remarkable power. It was perhaps his idea to frighten Kashyap that he would take back his vow. He was bit he bit a fully blossomed tree. That is, Takshaka, the king of serpents, bit a fully blossomed tree in front of Kashyapa, and in front of everyone's eyes, the blossom tree turned into ashes. However, to everyone's surprise and to the shame of Takshak, Kashyapa used his wonderful charms, knowledge, and medicines, restored the tree to its original blossom. Unfortunately, Kashyapa was soon brought over by Takshaka, and Takshaka finally succeeded in killing Parikshit by his fatal bite. Sure enough, this tale is historical, may be considered as mythological, but it does show the expertise of ancient Hindu doctors, toxicologists in the science of toxicology. The famous Indian surgeon Sushruta, who lived around 7th century BC, defined Agadtantra, which is akin to the modern term of toxicology. So it was in 7th century BC the term toxicology was coined in Sanskrit, which was named as Agadtantra. It deals with diagnosis and treatment of any person bitten by poisonous insects or venomous reptiles or affected by any natural, artificial, or a compound poison. Another popular legend related to poison in India is Lord Shiva, whose neck turned blue when he drank the deadly poison produced by churning of the ocean, through which he saved the world from destruction. And for this reason, Lord Shiva is also known as Nilkantha, the one with a blue throat, and who, by drinking the poison, saved the world from destruction. So, as I'm sure you must have been intrigued, you must have been fascinated by the history of Indian toxicology, the Indian experts, the Indian doctors, researchers who had such a great knowledge about toxins, poisons, and developed the antidotes, and therefore we can proudly say that toxicology, although looks like a modern science and it's being developed in Western countries, but India has a long history, has a long tradition, and a long culture of toxicology as Agadtantra, or it may be Kashyapa, or it may be Lord Shiva, it may be Lord Brahma. So it dates right from the beginning of the universe. India has a wide history of toxicology toxicology, and I'll keep on bringing some great facts about toxicology, about the Indian history with you. But in this video, I'm sure you must have got many things which were not known to you, or you might have now related in terms of how Indian toxicology was developed and how it had such a rich inheritance. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.